Well, um, welcome to the very last video that I'll be doing here on Google Hangouts. And tonight we're just gonna take things a little slow. Now I could have done this on the 31st, but I want to do this tonight because I don't know if maybe it'd be acting different on the 31st or not. I didn't know if it'd be because since it would be the real last day, maybe if it would be acting a little buggy or something like that. Maybe it act buggy during this stream. I don't know. But I know the video quality is kind of low. But usually on these streams, the quality really doesn't get the greatest. So sorry about that. But I'm about to get the live chat pulled up here real quick because I want to see you guys' questions. But yeah, I kind of want to make this because this is the second to last day of Google Hangouts. And August 1st, Google Hangouts will no longer be here. And it's sad. It really is. It's devastating to me because even though this obviously does have problems, we've had to do 2-part, 3-part, sometimes even 4-part streams because of the stream crashing or breaking down. But in a way, if it was 100% perfect, would it be so memorable? I mean, really, would it be? And I'm having my phone blow up right now because I was about to send this to my friends and all over the place. So if my phone is blowing up, I'm sorry about that. But, even though today isn't the last day, I'm really just doing this because, mainly because I probably won't have time to do it tomorrow. And also because, it just felt like it was good to do it tonight. And like I said, it might not be so smooth tomorrow. But I'm gonna pull the chat real quick. So we're gonna take a little. We're gonna take it a little bit slow tonight. It's gonna be about you guys and about your guys' comments and suggestions, and I'm gonna have the live chat here pulled up so I can answer your guys' questions. So if you guys have any questions at all, totally put them out there because I'll be answering them. And I won't be streaming tomorrow. So, I mean, if this is the last time to do this live, until YouTube invents some kind of new way for us to do this, because I don't know if they're going to take out Google Hangouts and replace it with something else. I don't know what they're doing, to be honest. And I don't know why they take out Google Hangouts because, to be honest, yeah, it crashed and yeah, it has low quality, but there's something special to doing this. There's something special and unique to getting on here and talking with people live and hanging out with friends, having the ability to get everybody into a live stream and just talk about stuff. It's different than Twitch. It's different than any other live streaming thing that you can do. And I think the reason that I hold it so near and dear to my heart is because, I've been doing it since this came out. I've been doing these videos since this was invented, since Google Plus was invented and that whole controversy started. I was around when that happened. I was around when they first dropped Hangouts. And I remember when everybody was doing them. And I remember when everybody wasn't doing them and we were still doing them. It's just something that was always a fun part of the channel. And I don't know quite how we're going to replace that, how we're going to replace the specialness of the streaming service. And maybe YouTube will make a better one. But like I said, there's a certain charm and a certain aspect. I'm just getting this video posted real quick so I can get it out there for you guys. Anybody on social media and stuff like that want to check this out. And then we can really get into some things. But yeah, man, it's just been a fun ride, man. I mean, I've done countless videos. Half the streams you guys probably don't even know about because we did them back in like 2013, 2014, and they're gone. But I was posting, back in the day, I was posting streams every other week. So really, you take that and times that by 2 years, that's a lot of streams that are gone. And I wish there was some kind of way that Google kind of archived them or something like that for you. And I really do regret deleting them because a lot of those streams were fun to do, and they were hours upon hours upon hours of footage that got deleted. And um, I do regret not making backups for them. I do regret not making any kind of contingency plan for this. I mean, I was 13, 14 when I deleted them, so I didn't like think about it long term. I was just thinking about it as if like, just just gonna delete it. It's not no big deal. But now I look back on it, it is a pretty big deal. All right, so I got this sent out to some people. Hopefully they join the stream and watch. And I kind of go over some memories I have on this streaming service. Got the live chat here, so if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them. They're here. I can see them. We're going to get this stream up to date. There we go. One watching now. To the one that's watching right now, thank you so much for watching. Back in the day when Google Plus first started, I wasn't too excited about it. I wasn't too enthusiastic about it. Half of the internet wasn't. And it was definitely an adjustment because nobody wanted it. It was a deal that happened that nobody ever wanted to happen, to where Google got a large amount of shares through YouTube. And y'all remember that. If y'all were around during that time of the YouTube century, you guys remember how that went. And I'm just going to say it didn't go very well. But when Google Hangouts started, I think my first stream, we might have done like a top 5 best horror movies or something like that. I actually really can't remember my early streams, but I do remember Grim Reaper being a lot of them. Grim Reaper and did I get Steve on an early stream? I don't think so. Back in the day, I had me and a group of friends, like all us young guys, and we would do these streams with our characters, kind of like Nate Murphy back then was more of a hardcore, edgy reviewer with no filter, with no bullshit, pretty much. And I was just not cutting any corners, I'll say today's channel is definitely a little bit more tame. Not a little bit, a lot more tame than what it used to be. Because I used to do all kinds of crazy shit on streams. And so did everybody else. And it was fun, and it was great memories. And I so wish that I backed those files up, because I could have reposted a lot of stuff. And there was stuff archived on Google, but on my Google Drive or whatever, there was stuff archived. But some weird thing happened where Google went through, something happened, and all that stuff was deleted. I didn't even delete that stuff. But the stuff on my drive and my documents, all that stuff got deleted for some reason. I don't know if it's because Google cleaned it out, or if they I got a White Castle cup, but I've had it for like a week. I'm just drinking out of it. So I'm not having diarrhea tonight. So don't worry about that. But yeah, shit, I forgot what I was saying. But it's just been, I remember when we used to get on and do all kinds of crazy stuff on these streams, and even the lesser crazy stuff, like the more serious, just us talking about horror movies and stuff like that kind of videos, those were always very special to me, because we were all able to get together as a community and talk about this stuff, and we made it entertaining, hopefully. We tried our best, and we all just had fun, man. That's the best thing about Hangouts, was that we were able to get on, no matter how bad the quality was, no matter how bad the connection was, no matter how many disconnects there was or reconnects there were. We were able to get on and do streams whenever we wanted and talk about whatever we wanted. And we were able to see the live chat. And back in the day, they had more features. Nowadays, broadcasts suck. You got no filters. You got no stickers. You got no live chat that pops up when you're actually doing your stream. You've got nothing like that. You don't have the tools anymore. No more extras, no more features. So in a way, I was kind of knowing that this was going to happen, because slowly, layer by layer, they've been taking more and more away from Google Hangouts, to where it's to the point to where we're at right now. And to everybody that's been on the streams, everybody, when it's Steve, Andre, Chris, Grim Reaper, Gideon, John, I've had guy named Justin on the stream. I want to thank him. There's a few people that I wanted to get on the streams, but I wasn't able to get them on the streams, unfortunately. And the weird thing is that Horror Forever was meant to be a live show, and now I got to figure out how I'm going to do that. And if you guys didn't know what Horror Forever is, it's pretty much where I interview horror YouTubers. And so far, I've only interviewed Gideon, but the plan was to interview some more people. So yeah, I don't know how I'm going to pull that one off, but I'll figure it out when it gets to that. But yeah, it's something that I've been doing since I was 13 in middle school. I'm now out of high school and doing all kinds of fun adult stuff. And it's been a wild ride. And who knows? Maybe tomorrow we might do a farewell kind of horror stream. We talk about horror movies or something like that. We'll see. I'll talk to some people in the chat about it and see if we can get maybe that planned out or something. Maybe we will do something tomorrow. I don't know. But this is kind of my own personal farewell to this streaming service. And I'm pretty sure that the streaming itself won't go away because there's honestly thousands of ways you can stream to YouTube. There really is. There's abundance of ways you can stream to YouTube. But nothing I think will ever be as special as this was. It really won't be because I'm gonna miss that little Google symbol up here, over there, wherever it's at. I think it's up there. Is it up there? You guys let me know. It's up there, right? I'm gonna miss the little Google symbol in our broadcast. Would have missed used to having the stickers and the features and the filters and the chats and stuff like that. I'm gonna miss it, man. It was great while it lasted. It's been fun. To everybody that's been a part of it, thank you so much. It's been memories. That's the best I could put it. It's been memories. It's been memories that I will never, ever forget. And to everybody that's been watching through the years, all of my friends, I've done streams with Colton on WWE stuff. I've done streams about horror movies. I've done streams about wrestling, updates in the movie industry, vlog live streams, Q&As. I've done an abundance of Google Hangout videos. And a lot of them you guys aren't going to see because they're all gone. Unless somehow, some way, Google finds a way to archive them and I can get them back on the internet for you guys. But it's a very far-fetched thing to go after. But, I just won't ever forget it. I won't. And it makes me think about how there's always been that great quote, we won't have the things that we want forever. Everything has to come to an end. It's the cycle of life. It's the circle of life. No, it's the cycle of life. It's what it is. Eventually, YouTube isn't going to be here. Instagram isn't going to be here. The PS5 and Xbox, whatever, is going to be coming out very soon. So we're moving ahead. We're trucking along. We're going along the path, and things are changing fast. So, but the one thing we can always do is have memories and cherish them, and be thankful for what we do have right now. And it's well, I think Steve wants to join. I want to get Steve on here, actually. Yeah, I'm about to post this on a message board real quick, and I'm going to see how many people join, just so we can get their final thoughts on this. Let me get this on there. All right, I want to get that posted because I want to see if anybody wants to come on and get their final thoughts. But again, we might do another horror stream tomorrow. I don't know. We'll talk about it. Let's see if we can get something figured out. See if maybe me and Gideon can do something. Me and Graham can do something. Me and John and Graham and Gideon, or me, Steve, John, Graham and Gideon. There's all kinds of ways we can do it. We'll figure out something maybe tomorrow and do it. But I did want to make this just to say goodbye to Hangouts because of how special it is, and see if we can get Steve in the stream, and see if anybody else can join us really quick. But yeah, I just can't say thank you enough to you guys for supporting us and supporting our videos. Because I don't know what we would have done without you guys watching and supporting and just being there. And these things will never go away. They're never gonna die. You know, I'm gonna make sure that they're on here um, until this channel is no more. You know, until I've ran the final video. You know, um, and just leave your guys' comments in the comment section below about maybe how we impacted you guys. Hopefully, we inspired some people, had some laughs, had some chuckles. I have a playlist of all of our discussion videos. I'm gonna put all because I don't think I updated it recently, but I'm gonna put all of our streams in one playlist. So if you guys want to go back down them and watch them all, you guys can just to relive some of that stuff. And hell, I might even go back and watch those streams again. And we did a live stream, I think the other day. It was like yesterday, or yeah, I think it was yesterday. We did a stream, and it was fun going over the year 1990 and talking about some early 1990 stuff and going over that stuff a little bit. It was fun, man. It was really, really fun, and I'm definitely gonna miss it, man. I'm definitely gonna miss it. It's been something that's been a blast to do, and it's been a blast to be a part of, and I'm just so thankful for YouTube to allow us to stream and allow me to stream and allow this channel to stream, and we'll find a way to stream again, guys. It's not like this is gonna be like the last stream ever, but in this style, in this way, it'll be the last time streaming from this Google platform, and it's sad because we have all of these features you could have taken away. You take away one of the best features. Oh, there's Steve. What's up, Steve?
What's up, brother?
How's it going,
Drinking
man?
milk.
That's good. Keeping the bones healthy. That's nice, man. I'm drinking some White Castle from, well, not really White Castle, but I'm drinking from a cup, White Castle on it. Might not want to get striked by YouTube. Got some Coca-Cola. See, I'm not a hater. I got Coca-Cola and I got Pepsi. So, you know, I'm not a hater. I support both brands, you know.
The best.
But yeah, so, man, we're just oh, sorry. What was you gonna say?
No, go ahead. You go ahead.
No, I was just saying I was pretty much just saying farewell to Hangouts and talking about some of our moments, man, on this stream, man. It's been so many times where we've done streams and we've had a blast. I mean, do you have any moments you'd like to share?
Well, there's plenty of moments. There's plenty of moments I'm sure I regret. I've said some probably said some things that have been pretty hilarious at the time, but long term probably not so great. Especially last night when I said I was black, or anything like that. I'm not really being serious about this that much, but yeah, I'm sure I said some weird stuff. I don't know, man. Anytime, like every time that I hear that you guys are doing a stream, if I know ahead of time and have time to put forward to it, I try to put my best foot forward. I'll try to always have something to drink. Tonight I had short notice, so milk, but milk is good. Try to just bring forth everything that I can. Try to be a good influence on people and try to be good and be nice to everybody. But like this is how I really got to know John. It's how I got to, I guess, know you even better. I remember, I can't remember whether I subscribed to you or you subscribed to me back in the day, but it's been a long time. We've been buddies on here for a long time, and I've always appreciated your friendship.
Yeah, man. Same to you, man. I think it was a guy because there was a guy back in the day that used to, because he watched my videos. He's like, "Well, you got 0 views and 0 subs. I'm gonna get your name out there." I don't know if you remember him or not, but his name was Daniel Skip, and he kind of put my name out there in various channels. I don't know if he put my name on your channel. But big shout out to him. He's one of the biggest reasons why I even met people on YouTube is because he kind of got my name out there in the radar just a little bit.
Nice. But I remember, I don't know. I remember us doing like a bunch of retrospectives. I always, when I think of doing live streams, like with you specifically, I mean, I always think of you because I've never really done a live stream with anybody except for you and then other people joining in. But I remember like our Texas Chainsaw 2 live stream. I really enjoyed that. Even though we had plenty of technical difficulties, that was another thing about Google Hangouts, though. I mean, always the technical difficulties.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was always fun still. I mean, kind of the technical difficulties kind of added to the fact that we were having fun and doing stupid stuff and just talking, mostly horror movies, but you know, other stuff too. I remember like the first few streams that you and me and John did, we always got so off topic, just crazily
Yeah.
off topic. We would get started on something, and then all of a sudden we'd be like, "Well, the new Star Wars movie sounds like it's gonna suck," and all this different stuff. You know, that's usually how it happened. I don't know.
Yeah, I remember that too, man. I remember the early days, man. I don't know if you've seen in my early streams, man, but like way back in the day, it was me, Grim, and a few other people, like us young, like the really young guys. We got together and started making really crazy. I remember those streams. Yeah, I'm kind of glad those streams are gone. At the same time, I kind of miss them, but the more I think about it, I think it's good that they're gone because they were very, very crazy. But yeah, man, like I was actually just saying that, man. The technical difficulties part kind of adds to it. It's just a charm thing, I guess. Even though it's not the greatest like thing to happen, it just adds to the experience, man. And it's been awesome just getting you guys on here and us kind of forming this horror clan, and over the years it kind of growing from 2 people stream to 3 people to 4 people, and then getting a big group together and talking about horror films. And I think the special thing about our streams that I've always went into and done, and I noticed that you and John and Gid and Grim and everybody that's been on here has done, is that we respect each other's opinions, we are honest, and we each share an interest in like films and movies, or the same thing, films and books and music. And we've always got on here and just kind of talked about it, and it's been a blast, man.
Oh
So
yeah, yeah.
thank you.
I mean, things have changed, and thank you too. But things have changed. Like lives have gotten different, and you and I particularly have bigger responsibilities now. I mean, you've got a job, I've got a job, and a wife. Um, uh, we both were in school and stuff. I was in college, and um, I mean, John was in college. Now he's
Yeah.
out in the workforce. So much stuff going just different ways all over the place. But one of the constants has always just been that every once in a while, a few times a year, we would do these live streams, and that was a big part of just the funness of it. Um, Something that you said a little bit earlier that really hit me was when you're talking about the fact that all of this stuff eventually passes away. You know, times are changing, and they always are changing. It's never gonna stop changing. Um, Makes you think about kind of the finality of a lot of things. Everything's finite. There's only a few things that stay forever, and in some ways, even our memories are kind of faulty in that respect and everything like that. I'm sure there's going to come a day when both of us are old and both of us are going to be thinking back to stuff like this, and we won't be able to think of it so clearly. That's one of the good things about the internet, because there's a possibility that we can go back and see some of it, but there's also this aspect that we're on a platform, and if that platform decides to change or shut some things down, that's just kind of how it goes. What matters though is the people, and I have grown in my personal life. Um, Sometimes within sight of you guys, and you guys have definitely grown in your personal lives somewhat inside of me, and that's a really great and important thing. So I just want to thank you for your friendship and thank you for the opportunity to do stuff like this and have fun and sometimes get into a little bit of trouble, do some silly stuff, and just do the things that guys like to do. Um, there's a finality to this because this is coming to an end, but I don't think it's going to be completely the end for you and me and John and Grim and um, uh, Gid and all those other guys. I don't think it's going to be quite the end. It's never going to be the end. People pass away, but people don't end. That's kind of the way how things go. That was a little bit too deep for this particular live stream, but I did it.
Like now I'm looking out into the galaxy and wondering about destiny and stuff. Nah, but for real though, with how much time and dedication and passion that we've poured into YouTube and horror, and something that's always stuck with me, and it's like I think I was 12 and a half when I wanted to get on YouTube. And I didn't learn how to create. I had to learn how to create an account, and I didn't learn it until I was like just turning 13. So literally, when I got on YouTube, I was literally just I guess what you could say, like a spring chicken. Like I just got on there, I didn't know a thing. I didn't know how to do thumbnails, didn't know, and I met all of you guys somehow, some way. I have no clue because you guys always knew so much cool stuff and were always so insightful, and I was just kind of this little kid going, yeah, this movie sucks, that movie's all, and but it's been kind of like we formed our own little group. We all each have our own characteristics, and we've all had a fun time with this. And you make some good points. I mean, things are very much in the moment, and we got to appreciate what we have right now, because we're not going to have it forever. And I certainly didn't know that. Excuse me. Back when I made my YouTube channel or first started streaming, I didn't know any of that. But now that I've gotten a little bit older and been through some things, and it's just always been fun to get on here and all of us get together and stream. And it's been a blast, and it's awesome that we went out last night on that 1990 stream, because I went back and rewatched it. I just feel like that was a great final note to that whole thing we did. And and this is also kind of the swan song for it. So thank you so much, Steve, for being a part of it, and thank you so much for being a part of the whole thing since the very beginning. Watching, I remember you just watching my videos way back in the day. We talked and hung out, and been friends ever since. And just thanks for giving this old crazy kid a shot, because I'm glad that he was able to get out there and talk to some people, and talk about stuff, talk about horror, talk about movies. It's been a blast, and I'm glad we were able to share that stuff with the audience and stuff.
Definitely. And behind the scenes, I mean,
yeah,
one of the things that that I particularly enjoyed was kind of getting to know you a little bit behind the scenes. I mean, I'm friends with you on Facebook, and we talk every once in a while. And one of the cool things about this is that I don't know anybody else on YouTube that I'd be willing to like tell about any kind of issues that are going on in my life, but there's some stuff that I've definitely talked to you about, and stuff that you talked to me about, and I've really enjoyed that. Maybe not to the extent that we would talk to probably the people in our own lives that we see day to day and everything like that, but at least to a little bit of a degree. I remember you're getting into a more real place with your faith, and that was really interesting and cool. And I like to encourage you in that, and I want to encourage you to keep going with that. And it's something that I'm glad that we were able to share these sort of personal moments about stuff like that.
Yeah, man, that's another great thing, man. Is you know, I've had you and John and Gideon, and it's not like I just invite you guys on. You guys are just my guests. Like no, like legit, we are all real friends, and like we talk, you know, behind the scenes a lot. Like there's an actual group and everything. So
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really expect that, man. I was because you know when I first started doing these, it was kind of like that. Not really when you guys got on, but when I was bringing on people, it was just kind of like, you know, here's some people I know, let's bring them on. But it kind of, we got to know each other and talk to each other. And I really do respect you guys because, you know, you're all very awesome people. And without these streams and without you guys, I feel like a big part of the Horror Boy channel be missing. And it's those moments that I think are gonna always really last, whether it's on video or it's not on video, or but it's always gonna be in like memory. So you know, it was definitely a very special thing we did. It was a special movement we made, and it got some eyes, and I'm just hoping that it made an effect on people. But yeah, man, it's been awesome knowing you through the years, man. I mean, it started out just kind of commenting on a video here and there, and it kind of grew as you know we talked about faith and talked about beliefs and talked about all kinds of stuff, man, and school and work and all that fun stuff. But you know, it's been a blast, man, and knowing John and knowing you and knowing your guys' thoughts on things and you know opinions on stuff. And yeah, man, I really can't thank you guys enough for that. I mean, it's really unlimited thank you for just all the years of friendship that you guys have given me. So thank you so much.
Oh yeah, and right back at you, and right back at all the other guys. I mean, you already talked about it, but like the fact that we are in some ways we are all so different
Yeah,
in certain ways. I mean, I think we've become more similar as time goes on, just because that's what friends do. They make themselves, they kind of all mold into one in some ways, but we all have such very different opinions sometimes on stuff. I mean, um, we even John and I disagree on certain movies, and recently disagreed on them, like on that last stream. And you and I have disagreed about stuff, but we're always civil, and that's something that's really kind of lost on a lot of people today,
yeah,
because if you disagree with somebody, you're immediately kind of called a hater, or you're called things that could even be worse, that could be much more damaging to your, not only to that personal relationship, but to your the way that people see you at large in public. And that's something that we haven't really ever done. Like none of us have ever really gotten mean with one another. I've seen so many relationships like this, these sort of like YouTube relationships and partnerships and stuff like that, just fall apart. Even some people that I considered like fairly close to me at one point did that as well. I had some fallings out, but that hasn't happened with us, and that's kind of a special thing in some ways. Not just me and you, but me and you and John and Gid and everybody in the big horror group, the horror clan as we call it. In fact, by the way, that would be an awesome thing to do at some point. We need to just do a collab channel and call it
yeah.
the Horror Clan. That would
That's
be
what I was
fantastic.
thinking too. Big T-shirts where everybody wear a T-shirt.
Yeah, when we figure out how we're gonna do like live streams, we should really try and figure something out, to maybe either do a collab channel or something like that. And none of us have like incredibly big followings. Like you probably have the biggest following out of all of us, and
I don't know how, but somehow.
oh, no. You're a talented reviewer. That's one thing that also kind of impresses me about you. Like sometimes I'm gonna be honest. Like sometimes I watch your videos, and like the first few times I watched them, and even like some recent times, but it's very rare. I kind of like there's this little thing in the back of my head, like, oh, he's just Rambo Raff for life, but younger. But I like Rambo Raff and everything like that. I mean, he seems like a nice guy. I can't watch a lot of his videos, but the difference with you is that you've got kind of more of a heart, and you've got more of a. I think you analyze movies a little bit better than some people that are kind of like Rambo Raft clones do. You're better than that, and you're a lot better of a reviewer than that. And I like to think that in some ways that's kind of helped me to step up my game. You know, I do kind of literary analyses of stuff like that, but you kind of do the filmic analysis as well. So that's a really really good aspect of your reviews. I mean, it's not like any of us are film professionals or anything like that, but it's just stuff that we picked up along the way. You know, watching people's reviews and figuring things out for ourselves through watching movies, and probably some of us taking notes on, I don't know, just the most obscure, silly little things, you know. But it's something that's always been a positive about you, that you actually are a good reviewer. And by the way, you were one of the few people that, like, I'm willing to kind of sit down and watch like a 17-minute video, you know, like
Thank you.
I get behind sometimes, but like I'm willing to watch like a 17-minute video from you, whereas I'm not really into watching a 17-minute video of just some other person reviewing some movies, because they're either not entertaining, or maybe it's just the fact that I have a personal connection with you. But it's definitely a positive that you've got, that you're a very in your own way, you're kind of astute. And I think that's kind of why you have the biggest following out of all of us. It's either you or it's John. And John may just be because he's had contact with like the Dead Pit guys and been active on those groups and stuff like that. But yeah, can't say enough good things about our whole big group here.
Yeah, man. I appreciate all the kind words, man. I think John does have me beat, if I'm not mistaken, and that's fantastic. I mean, like I said, man, and it's funny that you bring that up, because really, it's weird, because when my channel first started, I'd seen Rambo Raft for Life, and I was like, I want to do something like that, but let's push the grain a little further. And it started out as something like a Rambo Raft clone channel. And I can say that now, look back on it, but I think what I've done now is I got the same style as Rambo Raft, where it's, you know, rants, and I'm bluntly honest on a film, but I try to keep things a little bit more, you know, if the film legit does have good aspects to it. I respect Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 because it's original, but I still would rant on it, you know. But I appreciate that you picked up on stuff like that, because a lot of people was just telling me, well, you're just a Rambo Raft ripoff. And I'm like, well, I take things from his material because he was the first reviewer I'd ever watched. And I picked up on all of the terms and everything that he kind of used in his reviews to enhance the video. But I didn't want to rip him off. I was just picking up on his style. And I was like, well, I could probably use that and rant on it. But it was meant to kind of, when I came back to YouTube, to grow into something else. So I'm glad that you picked up on that, and I thank you so much for that. But yeah, man, like I said, the things that I've always noticed about you and John, man, is like you guys have seen way more horror films than me. And I call myself the explorer of horror. These guys are the explorers of horrors. They've seen a massive catalog of film and read a massive catalog of books. But you guys have always been like you guys don't let that increase the ego. Like, I've met fans who have all these signed copies and know all the info and know all the facts, and that's why I don't like to talk to other film critics most times, because they're like, well, if you like Jamie Lee Curtis, then you're just typical horror fan, blah blah blah. But no, you and John are just really smart people. I think that's what it is. You guys are very intelligent with your facts, with your reviews, with your videos. You're very passionate, and you guys have a lot of facts and a lot of info that I never could do. Like, I don't know how you guys do it, but you guys have so much packed info and intrigue into your videos. I thought that was a great part of your videos. And Gideon, the thing I love about Gideon is that he'll go all out, man. That dude is hilarious. He is awesome. He does not give a crap. And he's got the biggest heart, man. I hate to put him on the spot, but he's got the biggest heart, man. He's like one of the nicest people I've ever met. And Grim's the same way. Grim, if you're watching, you are one crazy mofo, but I love you, man. You know, you're just such an awesome guy. And they both are just great people. And, you know, obviously I'm just talking smack, but, you know, they know that I love them, man, as friends, man. Like, I love those guys so much. And, you know, the group and all of us have just evolved, man, and it's been legit. This is not just saying this, legit. It's been like awesome knowing you guys through the years, and awesome seeing how all this has led to this moment. So yeah, thank you to not only just Steve, but like, you know, everybody that's watching and everybody's been a part of this thing. And yeah, thank you so much. Steve, do you got any kind of closing words you want to say to the stream, or anything else?
Well, this is kind of a good thing because I've got to pop off pretty soon here. But um, I guess just if there's people watching that that don't know us incredibly well or anything like that, you can try to get to know us, and that's a really good thing. But in general, just try to be a nice person on the internet. It's few and far between nowadays. I think there's more good people on the internet than people say, but there's also a lot of jerks out there. We have been incredibly fortunate in that we have not encountered a lot of jerks. We've encountered far more good people, and that's just because we kind of have this small group of people that we're close to. Um, and that's a little bit of advice I want to leave with people. Anything else would just be, you know, get out there, make YouTube videos, enjoy whatever you enjoy. If it's horror movies, if it's action movies, if it's novels, if it's music, if it's a lifestyle channel and you just like to show how you fold clothes and stuff like that. I mean, what your passion is, go ahead and put it out there. But people do that. But yeah, just have fun with it. Have fun with it. And another big thing is if you have any questions about any of the deeper stuff that we've talked about, any of the stuff that Nate's talked about on his channel or I've talked about on my channel, or anybody else, don't be afraid to ask questions. Yeah. Because there might just be a great relationship in there waiting for it to come out, and you can learn something. I think we've all learned something from the way that we've been. So right now I'm going to go ahead and hop off. Thank you, Nate. I really appreciate you letting me on. I can't wait to continue on when we figure out how to do streams later.
All right. Yeah, it's been an honor having you on, man. Thank you so much. I'll be
Thank you, brother. Bye-bye. Love you, brother.
Love you too, man. Have a nice night, man.
You too.
Rock on. So yeah, farewell to Steve. Not forever, but you know, just for the stream. Rock on, man. I'll see you later. To kind of bounce off what Steve said, if you guys have any questions for me, any if you guys want to talk, I'm not one of those YouTubers who are going to say, yeah, I got 200 something subscribers, I have an ego of my ass. No. If y'all want to talk, you guys know me. Just comment and I will reply. I reply to everybody. I treat everybody equal. I don't care where you come from, you know, who you are, you know, your past. I don't judge any of that shit, man. You guys are all badasses in my eyes. You guys are all explorers of horror, and we will all stay fucking awesome. Yeah, I usually don't drop too many F-bombs, but, you know, we'll stay lit. We'll stay positive, and we'll stay horror forever. But, yeah, before I leave the stream, though, it's kind of weird closing off for the last time, at least from this streaming service. I kind of want to say maybe something special, but I got to kind of think about it real quick because it's going to be something special. Something unique to this last stream, you know. I guess what I can really say is, you know, we all share different moments in our lives, and we all share different, uh, very different stages. But the one thing that we can always rely on is friends and family and the people that we care about. And all my subscribers, all my friends, and a little bit of family that has seen these videos, I love and care about all of you guys. And you guys are a really big part of my life. YouTube's been a big part of my life. I've been doing it since I was 12 and a half. Well, I discovered it when I was 12 and a half. I was interested in making videos at 12 and a half. Didn't make videos till I was 13, but still. 12 and a half till now. I'm 19, about to be 20. So been it's been a journey. It's been a fun one. So thank you guys so much for being a part of it. And I love all y'all. No homo. Love all y'all. But, yeah, just keep things positive, keep things going, and keep horror alive forever. Never, ever let the flame go out. Let the flame burn out. We will never let it go. And we'll see about that Horror Clan channel. We'll see about it. But anyways, guys, this is Horror Boy signing out for the last time. Thank you guys so much. And peace. Bye, guys. I don't want to leave.